Good morning, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to the final day, the 28th day of albums that are 50 years old in 2021. Of course, we are celebrating the year 1971, 50th birthday to 28 of my favorite albums. Actually, it's 56 because I've been picking an honorable mention each and every day. So 56 albums we've looked at in the month of February, 28 days. Today we've got two last ones for you, and then I'm going to recap the whole list. I kind of saved, I don't know if I want to say saved the best for last, but saved probably the least predictable. I don't even want to say predictable because I think I've thrown some ones in there that maybe you guys didn't expect. All the usual suspects, or most of them that you would expect from me, probably have been identified and talked about. But didn't want to forget these two little gems, pretty heavy gems, all the way at the back end, right? Day number 28. The first one released in 1971 from Mercury Records. It was actually, recorded at Mercury Sound Studios in New York City, engineered by Bob Fava. All right, and a really, really good album that, ironically, would be their last album of this classic early lineup, a band that was not very well known, but highly influential to the soon-to-be heavy metal movement. Certainly, you can call them proto-metal, proto-stoner rock. Absolutely. I'm talking about Sir Lord Baltimore, their self-titled release from 1971. Also their second album, which followed Kingdom Come, their first album. Really good stuff here. This, of course, is the reissue if you buy the little box set, which has, all three of their albums, because they did release a later album in 2006 called Raw. All right, but this is, they released two albums originally back in the early 70s, 1970, 71. I mean, a pretty heavy album. It's not the bruising affair that the debut is. The debut is just like in your face, just like nonstop pummeling, right? One of the heaviest albums of the era. This, a little bit more musical, so to speak. You have the two lengthier tracks, and the first song is Man from Manhattan, which is the first track, which is a big, long 10-minute and change, kind of atmospheric stoner rock tune, right? Very psychedelic in nature. It's got its heavy moments, but it's very, kind of brooding and ominous sounding. Then you got Where Are We Going, which is really heavy and quick, fast. All right, there's a couple short tunes on here. Really good riff on that song. Then you got Chicago Lives, another really good, fast-paced, heavy rock with some really good guitar riffs from Louis Dambra. Then you got Lo and Behold, another pretty heavy tune, kind of boogie-ish in a way. Woman Tamer, also pretty crunchy. And then you got the last track on side 2, which is Caesar LXX1 or Caesar 71, which is another real kind of doomy stoner type of affair. A lot of big doomy riffs. Okay, lots of atmosphere, really good. And the band at the time was John Garner on lead vocals and drums, Louis Dambra on guitar, Joey Dambra also on guitar, and Gary Justin on bass. A really good album. I'm a big fan of both of the Sir Lord Baltimore albums that were released back in the day. I actually like the third one as well. It's not quite the, massive excursion that either of the first two albums are, but I dig it quite a bit. So that is my final pick of favorites for the month of February for 28, celebrating 1971, but my honorable mention I do want to get to here as well. And this one also came out in that year in 1971. All right, and let's just get right down to it. Let me see, do I have anything else for you here? Released on the OHM label in Germany. And Repertoire Records was the reissue. Whatever. I don't have a lot of the OHR. I don't have all the other information on labels and things like that and producers and stuff. Let me just see here. Fondidi's whatever. Operation by Birth Control. Sorry, guys, didn't do my homework on this. But I dig this album. I dig this band quite a bit. Bizarre album cover, of course. These guys were definitely into doing some strange album covers, but the music is just absolutely kick-ass. If you like early 70s Hammond organ guitar, heavy blues rock with a little psychedelic flair, all right, this band would go, almost every album was a little bit different. They would dive into straight prog rock. They would do some krautrock stuff. They would do some kind of proto-metal stuff. They certainly would do the psychedelic rock. Kind of did it all. But man, if you love just top-notch, hard-rocking Hammond organ and guitars, very capable vocals as well. Birth Control from Germany, one of the best bands from Germany. Stop a Little Lady is a great song to open up the album. Real frantic, heavy rocker. Great Hammond organ riffs and guitar leads and things. Just Before the Sun Will Rise, another great song. The Work Is Done, one of their more popular songs. Good rocker. Flesh and Blood, you got Pandemonium, another great song. And Let Us Do It Now, the big epic kind of psychedelic freak-out track that ends the album. Heavy album. Very cool album cover, right? What this has to do with, who knows, right? But you got the Pope on the back. You got the big giant grasshopper eating the little babies, right? It's just bizarre, but wouldn't have it any other way from Birth Control. So there you have it. The final two selections for this month of February for albums that are 50 years old in 2021. Sir Lord Baltimore, self-titled second album, and Birth Control, Operation. Look at that album cover. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, there you have it, guys. So curious to see what your final picks are for the month here as we finish this fun little series throughout the month of February. We will be continuing this in 2022 in January. I'm going to look to do this every January to do a 50-year anniversary for, of course, the year that is 50. So next year it will be 1972. So we'll do that all throughout the month of January. We'll get a couple extra days too to play with, which is kind of nice. So stay tuned for that next year. Meanwhile, we got lots to do here this year. Starting up tomorrow, we've got the Dream Setlist show that'll be happening each and every day throughout the month of March, where I will be picking a band. Random band. I will give you what my dream set list is for that band, and I'll ask you guys to do the same in the comments below. So stay tuned for that each and every day. Now, let's recap this list, shall we? All right, so let's go all the way back to day one. Uriah Heep, Salisbury. Honorable mention, Wishbone Ash, Pilgrimage. Day 2, Led Zeppelin-IV, honorable, Chicago 3. Day 3, ZZ Top, ZZ Top's first album. Honorable was 10 Years After, A Space and Time. On the 4th, Genesis-Nuresery Crime. Honorable mention, Nazareth, self-titled debut. Now, the 5th day, Mountain-Nantucket Sleighride. Honorable mention, Golden Earrings, 7 Tears. 6th day, The Who, Who's Next? Honorable mention, Barclay, James Harvest, once again. Day 7, Yes, the Yes Album. Honorable mention, David Bowie-Hunky, Dory. Day 8, Traffic, Low Spark of High Heel Boys. Honorable mention, Cactus, One Way or Another. Day 9, Vandergraaf Generator, Pawn Hearts. Honorable mention, Blood Rock 3. Day 10, Miles Davis, Jack Johnson. Honorable mention, Hawkwind, In Search of Space. Number 11, Day 11, Black Sabbath, Master Reality. Honorable mention, Elton John, Madmen Across the Water. Day 12, Gentle Giant, Acquiring the Taste. Honorable mention, King Crimson Islands. Day 13, Santana 3. Honorable mention, Argent, Ring of Hands. Day 14, Alice Cooper, Love It to Death. Honorable mention, Caravan in the Land of Grey and Pink. Day 15, Jethro Tull, Aqualung. Honorable mention, Budgie, self-titled debut. Day 16, Humble Pie, Rock On. Honorable mention, Coliseum, live. Day 17, Allman Brothers Band, At the Fillmore East. Honorable mention, Johnny Winter and live. Okay. Day 18, Uriah Heep, Look at Yourself. Honorable mention, Atomic Rooster, In Hearing Of. Day 19, Deep Purple, Fireball. Honorable mention, Fleetwood Mac, Future Games. Day 20, the Jeff Beck Group, Rough and Ready. Honorable mention, Focus 2, Moving Waves. Day 21, The Doors, LA Woman. Honorable mention, Humble Pie, Performance, Rockin' the Fillmore. Day 22, The Rolling Stones, Sticky Fingers. Honorable mention, Steppenwolf, For Ladies Only. Number 23, Day 23, yes, Fragile. Honorable mention, Pink Floyd's Metal. Day 24, Mahavishnu Orchestra, Inner Mounting Flame. Honorable mention, Procol Harum, Broken Barricades. Day 25, Grand Funk Railroad, E Pluribus Funk. Honorable mention, REO Speedwagon, self-titled debut. Day 26, Alice Cooper, Killer. Honorable mention, the James Gang album Thirds. Day 27, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Tarkus. Honorable mention, Weather Report, self-titled debut. And of course, this final day, Sir Lord Baltimore, self-titled, honorable mention, Birth Control, Operation. There you have it, everybody. Thanks for joining this fun show that we had throughout the month of February. I enjoyed the hell out of this. always enjoy talking about albums that I love. So stay tuned for Dream Set List tomorrow morning, coming at you each and every day of March. We've got also tomorrow Hudson Valley Squares, all sorts of good stuff coming up this week. Don't forget, we've got an interview with Barry Gaudreau, former guitar player with the band Boston. That's happening this week, as well as all sorts of other really fun stuff. So don't miss any of it. Martin Popoff will be on the show a couple times. We've got later today, we've got another episode of The Monsters Den with Chris Allo and Rich Catino. We're going to be talking about some of our recommendations for the week. Not really a theme show, just what we've been watching in our spare time that you should check out as well. As well as we've got a very cool interview segment with the famous album cover artist and designer Johannes. So that is coming up today as well. So stay tuned for that. He's worked on all sorts of stuff from King Crimson, Fates Warning, the Allman Brothers Band, Saga, Uriah Heep, Sepultura. I mean, you know, so many, Dream Theater, so many different albums by so many different bands. He's got a ridiculous resume, so we're going to talk a little bit about his works and all sorts of other stuff. So stay tuned for all that. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.